Ender Lilies is a masterpiece. Except not really. Despite this being a well-received indie game in the Metroidvania genre, it became one that I just cannot love. One of Ender Lilies' greatest strengths is its art style. The second you step out into this world, you're probably gonna walk away with a new wallpaper. These backgrounds are so illustrious. I like me a game with good art, and this game has good art. And the game knows it too. At the moments where you can just take a break and rest, it's usually paired with some kind of stunning piece of artwork. Yet it's not always beautiful. There are corpses, blood, destroyed furniture. This is not a happy world. At the very start, you awaken into a ruined kingdom that is destroyed by an endless rain that's cursed every living being, transforming them into zombie-like creatures known as the Blighted. Monster. Lily, this thing here, is the last living being in this kingdom, who just so happens to be a white priestess, the only being capable of purifying those that are inflicted by its curse. Accompanied with this immortal knight, you venture out into the kingdom to discover the story that led to its demise. See, that's why there's a lot of dead people. It carries this heavy tone all throughout the game. Everywhere you look, there's not a shred of happiness to be found. Just hints of a civilization that no longer exists. It is oppressive and thick with sorrow. And yet, I could feel my anxieties melt away because the music is just so gorgeous. Oh my god. Metroidvanias are one of my favorite genres. So it was pretty much a given that I was going to play this game eventually. I just had a horrible nightmare. It gives you a massive world to explore that gradually opens up as you acquire new abilities. And those abilities can help you find new upgrades and secrets that you previously couldn't even reach. I was never going to make that. At the core level, it checks all the boxes for me. Backtracking, exploration, optional upgrades, relics, hidden passageways, it's all here. But one of the cool things about this game is that at the very beginning, it gives you an option to explore one of two areas. You can take the upper path and reach a village, or you can take the bottom path and explore this enchanted forest. Two quality of life things that I really appreciate is the fast travel being unlocked early on in the game, and this. Oh, the mimic! Hey! Oh, another one. Uh-oh. I don't like this place anymore. At any point in the game, if you want to return to the last bench you were, you can. You don't even get punished for it. It's just such a nice feature to have, especially when paired with the fast travel. Of course, dying will still send you to the last save that you had, and it's still not that punishing, but, you know, hey, I like that the option is there. Are you serious? When will this nightmare end? However, I have my fair share of gripes with this game. Let's start with the very first and most obvious one. The map. It sucks. Like, what are all these squares? It barely gives you any information. Yeah, the old games might have done it, but at least there were multiple squares and they indicated where you were. This doesn't even give me any indication of where Lily is. Where is Lily? Like, it works, it functions, but not only does the map not show me the layout of the room, it also only tells me whether or not I found everything in the location. Like, really? A detailed map would have helped, especially because these rooms are so windy and big, unnecessarily big. Some of them will have you going around the entire available space, like it's like the devs wanted to make sure that nothing was wasted. It feels unnecessary. Fortunately, there are shortcuts that like bypass all of this, but a lot of these shortcuts wouldn't have existed if you just didn't design the rooms like that. I'm just saying, a lot of areas also just don't really stand out. The game goes for this very moody and depressing atmosphere, but I feel like it kind of betrays itself a little bit. A little variety wouldn't be so bad, and while some areas are really pretty, others feel like the same. My eyes don't see much difference between dull and dull. And one final complaint that I have is the very last area in the game. I don't really want to spoil it, but let's just say that once you see a bunch of poisonous gases everywhere and poisoned water, you're probably going to understand why I hate this area. This water right here is bullshit, okay? What? Wait, what the fuck? I'm touching it? How's this damaging me? What? Ooh! Ooh, and I have like no health. Okay. Oh, I know this part. Oh, God. What the fuck? Ender Lilies will test you. This is not an easy game. And that's part of the reason why Ender Lilies has such an oppressive atmosphere. Everything is out to kill you. They're trying to end your Lily. Oh, what the hell is that thing? Oh God. She has no defense stat. Quite literally, no defense stat. All she has is an attack stat, which does increase as she levels up. So it is kind of important, but yeah, you better get used to seeing half your health disappear when you step into a new area. Oh, what the? One thing I didn't like is its combat system. Throughout the adventure, you get to acquire a variety of spirits from the main bosses and within the world itself. You got your primary spirits that act as your main method of attack, and you got secondary spirits which have a variety of unique use cases. You're also given 2 loadouts to customize, giving you a lot of flexibility in which kind of spirits you want to bring for the specific situation. And it's something that I enjoy a lot toying with. Not all of them are winners. Some of them will be kind of mediocre, but I really like having a lot of choice in how I can take down all of these enemies. There are a couple of other things too, like Lily has this insane dodge with a bunch of invincibility frames, a parry that I for some reason mastered. Oh my God, I'm crazy! A special attack with your primary spirits, and a stagger meter. By itself, it's nothing special, right? However, if you were able to break an enemy that's in the air, they take fall damage. A lot of fall damage. And the best part is, you don't even suffer from it. Lily can just jump and not take any damage at all herself. So, for that reason, this is the best mechanic in the game. The big chasm. Whoops! It is a tough and challenging game, but it's honestly not that bad. Sometimes. Yeah, that shit. Oh my God. Everything feels pretty fair and you have a solid chance of making it through. Although some of the bosses are kind of dumb. I fucking mistyped it. However, if you feel like the challenge isn't enough for you, you can add modifiers for your next run. And if there's just a boss that you really like, you can always refight them at any time. Fucking hell, man, she does too much damage. She's the first boss. If you do like a challenge, this game got that challenge. That could have gone better. If only I could see my wife and daughter one last time. Stop being sad. Game. Ender Lilies is dark and depressing, and I think we get that already. As you explore this world, you get to learn about the story that led to this kingdom's demise. You'll find lore entries scattered all throughout the world, each one giving you a small glimpse into a kingdom that no longer is. Get to learn about the characters' lives, the kingdom's history, its wars, the significance of certain areas, the greed and corruption, the relationships, and even the backstories of some of these major players. Even in the present, this melancholic tone is inescapable. As Lily continues on with her adventure purifying the blight, you'll notice her slowly transform, and you just can't help but worry about her. This game has a very consistent tone, and I know there will be people that will absolutely love what this game is going for, but that's not me. I love Metroidvanias. I played a lot of the classics, like Super Metroid. I played Metroid Dread. I played pretty much every single Castlevania Metroidvania game. I don't know how you describe those, but you know, the DS, the GBA, and even Symphony of the Night, Hollow Knight, Ori, and a bunch of other games that I've yet to even touch. But Ender Lilies is the first time that I really felt different. I've written this review like 100 different times, and each time I've always come to this section almost as if I feel like a part of me wants to say this, but I don't really love Ender Lilies that much. It's not because it's awful. I mean, I don't think it's a masterpiece. It definitely has its issues. One that I didn't mention is that the sound effects kind of suck. But thinking about it some more, it really is just what this game is going for. It's quiet, empty, lonely. Everywhere you go, there's nobody to talk to. Heck, you don't even talk at all. The only person that talks is freaking Exposition Knight over here. You can't even speak to your spirits. These were once people, and yet they're just standing there like trophies. You'll see hints of a long gone civilization, but then I couldn't help but ask, why should I care? Everything is just a memory. You don't have any connection to these people. Lily doesn't have a connection to these people. Each of the bosses are important figures in the past. They were once people, but now they're all turned into these grotesque monsters. And you just can't save them at all. The White Priestess can't return them back to their human forms. All they can really do is set free the soul from the trap of the curse. You can't save anyone. The only one you can save is yourself. It didn't count. Ooh, hey. Oh, shit. I fucking... how was I supposed to know you were gonna do the second one? Ender Lilies is a game that is worthy of praise, but it's also the game that made me realize that this isn't what I like about games. It's no masterpiece, as it does have flaws that prevented me from fully enjoying this game outside of my own personal preferences, yet it still had a gorgeous art style, a fun combat system, a nice challenge that sometimes gets a little too much, and gorgeous music that will make me feel at ease every time I listen to it. I think the game is worth trying out, and it's not like I didn't enjoy this game. Those boss fights were incredibly fun, even if I did die 100,000 times, and I'm very curious to see how the sequel improves upon the original. But for now, I think I can summarize why I don't like this game. It's because it depicts a hostile world where you're just all alone, and that ever-pervasive feeling of loneliness is an emotion that I just do not love.